Hi there, this is Miss Kaitlin from Vivo Kids Art Academy and welcome to another December Daily Draw. Today we are going with day 22. We're almost there to Christmas and we're going to be drawing today some snowmen. Now we actually have here a snowman and a snow boy. These are two brother snowmen who have just won a snowball fight, hence their very triumphant poses. We're going to talk a little bit about how different shapes and how you arrange them can really change the sort of characteristics that maybe a figure or a cartoon figure might have while drawing our snowmen here. So for this daily draw today, I'm going to be using a Sharpie and markers. So those are going to be some pretty easy materials for you, but if you want to use some different kinds of materials like color pencils or even crayons, please feel free to do so. But I do want you to go ahead and start off with a blank piece of paper and a pencil so that we can practice our lines. All right, you're gonna see me drawing with a Sharpie as per usual, just so that you can see what it is that I'm drawing. But I want you to use a pencil. So first, let's write our number here at the top. Today is day 22. I'm gonna keep the box pretty simple today, but you can decorate it and add things if you'd like to. Okay, and then write the number 22. So a 2 and a 2. And then I might just bold the sides just to make it a little more interesting, but nothing too crazy. All right, so when we are drawing a character or drawing something that might be a little bit more cartoonish, or even something that's realistic, kind of understanding what shapes that thing is made up of can really help us understand how to make it more dynamic and more interesting. So you probably know how to draw a regular snowman where you draw one ball of snow that's small at the top, then a medium ball of snow, and then a larger ball of snow at the bottom. But let's try and rearrange those today and see what kind of snowman we get. We're going to make the snowman that was in the example. So if we rearrange where we place those different sized snowballs, we'll get a different look for our character. And if we take one away, we'll also get a different look. Starting with the large snowman, I want you to go ahead and go right about here on your paper and draw a circle. This will be for the head, so it can be just a regular sized ball of snow. On my paper, this is about the size of an Oreo. Now, instead of doing a medium-sized ball of snow next, which is what we would do for a normal snowman, I actually want us to draw the larger ball of snow here. So go ahead and draw a really big ball of snow for his body. And then I want you to draw the medium ball of snow at the bottom. Now, what does this do? This actually makes our snowman look like he might be a little bit stronger towards the top. So it's just as puffed out and he's ready to win that snowball fight for his little brother. So let's go ahead and draw his little brother down here. So this is going to be a little bit of a younger looking snowman. We might even take out one of the snowballs or the balls of snow in order to make this snowman look much younger. So go ahead and draw a circle right here next to our larger snowman. You can see I've done the ball of snow for the head a little bit smaller than the one I did for our first one. Go ahead and draw another ball of snow below. I'm drawing mine about the same size. So you can see, even though we haven't added a lot of details, these two shapes for these two bodies look very different and kind of exude different characteristics for what these figures might be. So let's go ahead and add in some creativity to make these snowmen come to life. So we're going to have our big brother snowman over here. He's going to be wearing a top hat. I think we see that a lot with different snowman pictures. So I'm going to go to the top of the head and I'm going to draw an oval around like that. Then I'm going to draw a curved line up and a curved line up towards the center and a rainbow to connect. If you want your hat to have a little colorful band around it, you can go ahead and start right about here and draw another rainbow or a curved line. Now let's go ahead and give our snowman a face. I'm going to draw a little circle and a little circle for the eyes. Sometimes these are made out of little pieces of coal. They could be 2 buttons or acorns or maybe 2 sticks that you saw. And then oftentimes people will decorate their snowman's nose as a carrot. So go ahead and head right about here. You can draw a slanted line out, a slanted line in. And then remember, carrots are kind of round, so we don't want to just do a straight line. We want to do a little bit of a curved line. And now our snowman needs a smile. So the same thing for the smile. Sometimes the little parts of the smile are made out of little pieces of coal, rocks, acorns, sticks. It's really up to you. I'm going to make mine little circles and a little smile. Now you can add decorations to your snowman. You can decide what he's wearing. I'm going to give mine a scarf, so I'm going to go underneath his head and draw a curved line. 2 slanted lines out and connect. And then maybe he's wearing a snow jacket, so he's just going to wear 3 buttons. And those also could be made out of rocks, sticks, coal, etc. And then I'm going to give him 2 arms. So I'm going to draw a curved line up and a curved line up. You could also draw your arms going down, or you could draw just straight lines. But I want my snowman in a very triumphant pose. So I'm going to draw his arms up, and I'm going to draw him wearing mittens. So I'm going to draw an oval and then a circle. An oval and a circle. All right, if you want his expression to look even more triumphant, you can add eyebrows. You can add them high above his eyes like rainbows, or you can add them slanted. Then we're gonna work on his little brother down here. So for his little brother, I want him to have a snow hat. So I'm gonna go towards the top of his head and first draw the rim of the hat, just a curved line. Then draw 2 lines up and down. And then because he's wearing like a little beanie, sometimes beanies have these little pom-poms on the end of them. So I'm going to draw a little fluffy little pom-pom there. Then I'll draw a circle and a circle for his eyes, a carrot nose, eyebrows, and a smile. Now his arms are going to be up in the air like he's so happy that they won their snowball fight. So I'm going to draw a straight line out and a straight line out. And his arms are made out of sticks, so I'm going to draw like little twigs off on the sides. Now I want him to match his older brother, so I'm going to draw a scarf on him too. And add 3 buttons on his body. Now our snowmen look like they're floating, and we don't want that. We really kind of want to help it look like they really were in sort of a snowball fight, or we're preparing for one. So let's draw a ground line. We're going to draw a big rainbow just about here on our paper. You might have to hop over your snowman. And then we're going to draw some snowballs. So to draw a snowball, it's super easy. You just draw a circle. Maybe they're scattered about, maybe they're in a pile. You might have to do some overlapping for the snowball piles. So what I do is I draw a circle, and then I may not be able to draw a full circle again. I might have to draw like maybe curved lines as if I was going to draw a full circle. Sort of like that. Maybe there are some really large piles of snowballs at the back here. You can decide how many you would like. You can draw lots, or you can draw just a few. I'm going to have a really big pile of snowballs, I think, over here. I'll make it pretty tall. Maybe he made this snowball pile, because he can throw lots of them. He is a strong snowman. All right, so that actually does it for our drawing steps for the daily draw, and now you can feel free to color it in. Now you could outline everything in Sharpie if you'd like to, or you can have fun experimenting with outlining with your markers today. You can see I did a lot of outlining with Sharpie on the snowman, but in some areas I didn't outline. I just kind of filled in those spaces. I'm going to go ahead and take my markers and fill in some stuff with you. All right, so I have Mr. Sketch markers. I also have some Crayola markers off on the side here. You can see they're just in a pouch like this. I'm going to kind of move these over here because I'm left-handed. I need this space to draw. And I'm going to fill in the features of my snowman. I'm going to start with the big snowman first. I want his top hat to be black, so I'm going to go ahead and take my marker, outline the area inside first, and then fill in. I'll also fill in the rim of the hat here. Now, if you'd like, in small areas like the eyes or the mouth or even the buttons, you could use your Sharpie to fill those in, but if you want them to be a different color, you can just use that color. Sometimes it's easier to use a marker with a thin or a fine point to really get into those little areas, like this. You can do the same thing for your little snowman down here. Okay, moving right along, I am sticking to a color scheme of red, green, blue, black, and white. So I'm going to choose green for the stripe on his hat. I am going to make one exception today for the color scheme, and I'm going to make the noses orange because they're carrots. So one exception, I'll make the noses orange. I think I want a red and green striped scarf, so I'm going to take a red marker and I'm going to draw in some red stripes first. Might make them a little bit bigger. And then I'll do the green stripes. You could also just do a red and white striped scarf. I think that would look just as good. You just want to make sure you're being careful as you're adding in these stripes because green and red are complementary colors, which means one, they stand out really excellent next to each other, but if we mix them on accident or even on purpose, it will make brown. So try your best to stay really neat if you are going to add a striped scarf. I think for the mittens, I'm going to just outline the inside with red. So he has maybe like red and white gloves or mittens. Maybe you can add some texture lines to show that they're knitted or crocheted. And then I think I'll outline his arms with brown because they are sticks. And then I can go ahead and fill in some of the details on the baby snowman. I'm also going to fill in his hat with red. You could do any color you want though. You can even add more designs or patterns and details. I'll maybe just do a little bit of red on the pom-pom there. And his scarf I want to be green, just regular green, because his hat is already red, so I just want a little bit more color on him. And I'll do the same thing with his arms. I'll outline those with a brown. Now, as for the snow, you could leave it outlined in black. You could also take a blue and outline the snow with the blue. That's going to be a style choice that I will leave in your hands. You can also fill in your number at the top here, and you can outline that with a different color if you'd like. For me, I'm probably going to fill it in with this light blue, those bolded parts that I had left. First, I'll just finish up these little spots here. If you want to make your drawing more advanced today, if you feel like it, you can add in some shadow, because I know we haven't really added in a lot of shadow. You can take your marker, kind of use the point of it, and you can add in some short little strokes along the bottom here to just add a little bit of shading onto the ground and show some texture. You can even add in that texture along the edge of our ground line. Might be a little tricky to see here, but it's those same lines. And you can add those same short strokes underneath the snowballs, like that. I'll go ahead and fill in the number. See on this that I'm showing you here, I have this outlined in Sharpie, but on our example, it is outlined with a light blue. So it's gonna be, again, just up to you today. Okay, so this just about does it for our daily draw for day 22. I would really love to see what you've created, so make sure that you post your completed daily draw for day 22 of our snowman onto Phoebo Village Facebook page. Again, I would love to see what you've created. I hope you had a lot of fun today, and we will see you again tomorrow for another daily draw. Bye for now.